The head of NASA says John Glenn lived a life of greatness. The last of the original Mercury astronauts and the first American to orbit the Earth died yesterday. Glenn also fought in 2 wars and served 4 terms in the United States Senate. President Obama said in tribute, John always had the right stuff, inspiring generations of scientists, engineers, and astronauts. President-elect Trump called Glenn a great American hero. And fellow astronaut Buzz Aldrin said he was saddened that we lost another space pioneer and world icon.
Godspeed, John Glenn. 10, 9.
During his 95 years on Earth, John Glenn blazed many trails.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around.
He was not the first man to reach space, but Glenn's 3 orbits in 1962 excited Americans like none before. I spoke to Glenn about that pioneering flight last year.
You're going up almost 18,000 miles an hour. That's about almost 5 miles a second. And it's hard to believe that we go that fast.
Glenn's spaceship nearly burned up during re-entry. When he returned safely, a ticker-tape parade was thrown in his honor in New York's Canyon of Heroes. Later, President John F. Kennedy secretly ordered Glenn grounded, deeming his life too important to risk in another spaceflight.
He had a lot of attention, and would this be a bad symbol for the country, or would it be whatever? And I never did know, but I knew that I didn't want to just hang around forever waiting.
Liftoff of Discovery with a crew of 6 astronaut heroes and 1 American legend.
Glenn eventually returned to orbit in 1998, this time as the oldest man in space at age 77.
For a man in his 70s to be able to stand the G-forces on launch, it's impressive.
It was while training for this flight that he met fellow astronaut Scott Kelly.
He never gave up. He kept pushing forward and trying to do great things and to serve his country. I think I'll use him as an example, and kind of a role model to how you would want to live your life in a post-NASA career.
President Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2012. A decorated Marine Corps pilot, Glenn flew 149 combat missions during World War II and the Korean War, where his wingman was Hall of Fame baseball player Ted Williams. Glenn's distinguished Senate career spanned 24 years. But his biggest regret, he said, was an unsuccessful bid for president in 1984.
You think that your ideas and all these different things on the economy and the military and our leadership in world affairs and all, that your ideas in your own head are the things that should direct the future of this country. That's pretty heady stuff.
Glenn is survived by his wife of 73 years, Annie, their 2 children, and 2 grandchildren. He will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. We send our best to Annie. She was his lifetime partner, and they were such a great couple.
What a love story. That's who I keep thinking about today. And what a legacy he left for us all.
Yeah, a man of great integrity.
An American hero, an American legend, an American icon.
Yeah.